feel like there's been a lot that's been being broken down for you, so that when the time comes, it can be rebuilt on a foundation of everything you learned in the time that it was being broken down. So I feel like in the period where things were looking not what you wanted, that period was for your soul's evolution, for your growth. And I feel like you could be going through a period right now where you're transitioning into a space of peace, into a space of comfortability, and it just feels like you're moving from here to here. Like, it feels like a big transition, so your energy could be feeling really drained, and you could be feeling like you're not fully seeing like the path in front of you, and you're not supposed to. So I feel like you've been really taking what you can from the situations that you've been given, even though you might not have wanted to. Like, you've been really open to receiving the lessons in the suffering. And this was not permanent, okay? Like, all of this suffering, all of this confusion, all of this energy that you were surrounded by was not permanent. Look, peaceful passageway. You're on the path to your most peaceful timeline. And I feel like you've really gained a lot of like knowledge through this time, a lot of understanding on yourself. This was to like deepen your connection to yourself. Look, innate infinite wisdom. Like, when I tell you, you learn more than you would have if you didn't experience this. And I don't want to like dismiss and say like you needed to learn this suffering, you needed to suffer. Like, no, sometimes that's where you find the most inner peace. That's where you find your most innermost self. You know what I mean? Like, in that darkness. And you having this faith and knowing that like it wasn't permanent. Even when everything was like feeling like it was being knocked down left and right, and you kept having to rebuild it, and then you'd rebuild it and it was knocked down again. Like, you don't know the peace that was on the other side, and you weren't meant to, but you were meant to follow that inner knowing that it was there, even if you couldn't see it. 2, 3, 4 on the time. So you're moving forward into a period that is all about you, all about the healing work you've done, all about activate bliss. Like, this is gonna be a happy time for you. It's like you're not used to this. You're not used to feeling just peace and quiet. You're not. But you had to learn that within yourself. For whatever reasons this is resonating for you, that you had to learn that. You had to activate your light in this period, in the dark. That's where you find it. And so now it's like you're awakened to yourself. And so now that you're awakened to yourself, you're being moved into a brand new space, a brand new timeline, a brand new energy. This could be like physically moving or just energetically. But it does feel like you could also be physically moving. And it just feels like there's a lot of energy that you've had to become aware of, to let go, to be able to move on to this. So I feel like the reason why it's happening right now is because of how much you actually had like released. You know what I mean? It's like you were being shown time and time again what to release, and there might have been times where you were holding on to it, might have been times where you tried to work around it and like hold on to it just a little bit just because you're like whatever. But it's like, no, everything you had to let go of was necessary in order for you to actually get to this point, get to this place, move on to this new chapter. It just feels like you created this even though you didn't even fully know this was what you were creating, was the pathway to the most peaceful and aligned timeline. So be proud of yourself. Like, this is not something to just dismiss. And you could be feeling really exhausted too, because when you go through all of this and then it's like you know that there's peace coming for you, it's kind of just like you don't know how to process that because you never experienced that. So be patient, be proud of yourself, and 444, let yourself rest. Okay, let yourself rest as much as you need to, because this is going to be really different for you. And you're being called to continue to just trust yourself and trust that you're on the right path. Even when things don't make sense, you are exactly where you're meant to be. And you've been shown time and time again, even when it was shitty, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And sometimes you don't want to be there, but you learned. You took those opportunities to learn, and now you're being transitioned into the best motherfucking timeline of your life.